Today I am decorating my kitchen and I'm using some DIY projects and also a lot of thrifted items and some repurposed items. If you are new visiting my channel, please think about subscribing if you want to share ideas and see more projects like this. So I am starting out with a wreath that I got at the thrift store back in the fall, and I will link in the box up here to the right a link to a video that I made back in the fall where I used this boxwood wreath to decorate in my dining room. So today I'm just going to take this same wreath and repurpose it and put these beautiful tulips that I also got at the thrift store. I think they were about $1 each. And I'm just going to cut them right above the stem there so that I can keep that that leaf there on this same stem. So this is what I do on my channel. I always do DIY projects, home decor with flowers, florals, greenery, or plants. That is my thing. That is what I like. So today is a challenge, and the challenge is hosted by Heidi over at Happily Thriving Heidi, and also Lindsey is hosting this at Dahmer Home. So please check out in my description below the links to both of their channels. They both have some super creative things going on. They do home decors, they do DIY projects, and they're so inspiring. They have so many great ideas. So I am wrapping the wreath with just some lightweight floral wire here, and I'm just going to go around the wreath just in a circular motion and attach the tulips there. And I like to just overlap them, so I kind of put one flower on the outside and then one on the inside. And I'm just using the wire here because my idea is to hang this inside on a piece of furniture. I see this in magazines all the time. I've never done it, but I'm gonna give it a shot here. And so by attaching the tulips with the wire, I could easily just take them off later and use them for some other look. If I were going to place this outside, I would not use the wire. I would probably use hot glue, but this is just going to be inside. So this is just going to work perfectly. So I like the spring look. Tulips just scream spring to me. And I've had these tulips for a little while, so I'm glad I'm going to be using these. So I'm just going to wrap them around. Also, I just want to remind everyone to check out in my description below. I will also have a link to the playlist, and the playlist will contain links to everyone else's videos, everyone else who is participating in this challenge, just like me, coming up with ideas for decorating. And so check out that link in my description box below so we can see all of the other projects. So I'm finishing this up here. I'm just gonna flip it over and then just loosely tie it, or just wrap around that last little piece of wire there. Just attach it to something else there. And then I'm just going to add a super pretty, just very simple white ribbon. This is that kind of a classic traditional ribbed ribbon, and so I'm just going to keep it really simple. I've done other projects where I have ribbons and bows that are kind of bubbling, but I think for this one it's just going to look really pretty, just to keep it very simple, very light, and really nice just for spring here. So I am going to hang this on the front of my buffet piece in my kitchen, but I'll first show what the piece looked like before I hang the wreath, because I decorated my shelves, and I think it's hard to decorate shelves. I think it's hard to find pieces that go together and that are, the right proportion, the right size. So I've got a few items here that I think will fit nicely. So I'm just so happy with this wreath. I think this turned out, this just looks really pretty. And so here are the pieces for my buffet piece in my kitchen. And so that little creamer, that was just such a great find. That was like $1. I love that pattern. That green leaf behind there, that was thrifted. I got that silver tray with bunnies on it at a garage sale. And then on the left there, those are the rest of those dishes that match the creamer. I like to bring out that hen up there for springtime. And then I've done some Annie Sloan white chalk painting. That pear over there, that's painted with French linen with a white underneath it, as well as that bunny on the left-hand corner there. Oh, and I'm combining just some black wired pieces, that cake stand, that basket below there, because I'm just trying to kind of bring similar pieces, pieces together. And so I'm pretty happy with this. They say you should group things kind of in threes or smaller, smaller sections. And look at that pattern. I think that's just a really nice vintage pattern. It's actually Japanese. There is some stamp on the back. And I love the green. So my, my color here is to highlight the green for the spring. And so I tried to pick some pieces that all had a little bit of that green. So the flowers in that little creamer there, those are just some lavender and then a little bit of that green. I don't know if maybe that's just heather or something there. So most of these things have come from the Goodwill, or, I repurposed it. Oh, and I have one succulent there. I just like that little guy there. I love succulents. I think they work all the time. And so here it is hung up with the wreath. And I really like the look. I've not ever hung something on the front of my buffet piece. So I'm trying it this year for spring. So I think that's really cool. Okay, and so for the centerpiece for my kitchen table, I'm using this basket, thrifted, I think for $1, and it just has a little bit of that chicken wire pattern in there, which I think is so cute. It'll be so nice to have eggs in it. Chicken wire, eggs, it'll go together. And I'm using some moss from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to give it a little base here, and then I'm going to combine it with some natural elements, just regular old sticks. These are nothing fancy at all, just plain old sticks from outside. I brought them in. I bring in a lot of elements from outside. I cut down branches, I cut down flowers, greenery all the time, and just bring it inside. I do want to say though, I always leave things, like if I cut something, I usually leave it in my garage or in front of my front door, just in case there are any little critters or, or any spiders or anything like that. I do leave things for quite a while to dry out. And so hopefully all those critters find a different spot. So I just layered a little bit of the sticks, the moss. I think that just gives it a little interest and makes it look natural. And now I've had these eggs for a couple of years now. I brought them out. I think I got them at Michael's a little while ago. I love them that they're speckled. Those are so cute. So that's my little Easter basket, and I'm gonna combine it on my kitchen table here. So I'm using this tray. I just made this tray, and this is my favorite. This is my new favorite spring item. I will definitely link that above and show you how I made that tray. I had tulips on it a couple of weeks ago. And I'm just gonna make this little vignette here. That little church is actually a bird, not bird seed box. What is it? Just a, where birds go and hang out. And it had a little cross on it. I didn't even notice it till I got it. It used to be like blue and orange. So I painted that with Annie Sloan chalk paint. I was doing a lot of chalk painting and I didn't tape it. I don't know what was wrong with me. Definitely should have taped it. At least had some before and after pics. So I will work on that for next time. So here's my little vignette, little bunny rabbit, some candles. Those are actually from the fall, which I used and decorated during Christmas. They look great then. And now I just think they work for spring too, because they just look, just super natural with that birch bark finish, which I love. So here's my little vignette. I'm so happy with it. Put the little bunny rabbit there and a little bit more of the lavender and green heather. So that is my kitchen table. And then, over here on the side, I just combined I have 3 little shelves. Oh, and I just had these my cabinets painted. A huge project. I did not do it. This is beyond my scope, way too big for me, but they were a darker wood. They are actually oak, and they were stained to mahogany, and so we had them painted and antiqued, and I love them. We should have done it years ago. These are they're so nice, and it's so me. This is my style. So I have that little bunny there, the little pitcher. I had those little coffee and tea, those tins. Those were garage sale items that still had tickets on them from Home Goods. I don't know why people sell such nice things, but it's very gracious of them. So nice. So I do want to thank Heidi and Lindsey for hosting here. Think about subscribing, and I will certainly see you in the next one. Bye bye.